You playing with the goats? Gotta be careful, huh? You don't know that goat poop isn't candy, so we gotta watch you like a hawk. Hey guys, I'm Kaylin, and this is Ellie. Welcome back to Fable Hill Farm. We just came out to say hello to the goats for a minute and soak up a little vitamin D while the sun is actually shining and beautiful. So that's what we're gonna do. Sunny girl. Finkel! Finkel, when are you gonna be in heat, girly? She's sniffing. Probably smells the boys. Got a whiff of them, maybe? Sunny, down. Heidi's been snacking on pumpkin. You can tell by the little streak of orange on her nose. How was it, Heidi? Pumpkin is a natural parasite preventative / dewormer. Goats absolutely love it. You can see I have one split open for them here. The other ones are kind of to share with the goats and the chickens, so they really aren't getting into them. I just happened to open this one for them. Ooh, yummy pumpkin. We like pumpkin too, don't we, Ellie? Pumpkin can actually be used as a natural dewormer, as a parasite control or prevention in your herd. It's also great for poultry. Raw pumpkin has a lot of digestive benefits. It can help with dogs who may have health issues, especially dogs who are prone to chronic issues with their anal glands, which I know sounds super gross and is as gross as you can possibly imagine. You're welcome to Google that if you would like. My dog Savage, who is a elderly pit bull, has had a lot of issues with that in the last, well, she had a lot of issues with it a few years ago, and it's been a lot better since we moved and made some dietary changes. But anyways, going back to the raw pumpkin, you can see here the goats have been nibbling, and like I said, the seeds are useful. Don't eat it. The pumpkin seeds are useful as a dewormer. However, having stated that, again, I'm not, I'm not a veterinarian. This is just from my own experience and my own research. Please, do your due diligence in researching things before implementing them for your own herd. And remember, something that works for my herd or someone else's herd may not necessarily work for your own herd. So that's just something to keep in mind. And, you're welcome to consult a veterinarian, though you're very unlikely to find a holistic veterinarian near you. I use raw pumpkin seeds along with some other herbs and homeopathics and different supplements to maintain a healthy immune system and a healthy rumen or gut or digestive system in my goats, so that way I don't have to deal with prescription heavy chemical dewormers. And so far so good. I've been able to successfully control the parasite load within the animals by using only holistic methods. Come here. However, I do use in any animals that are under 6 months of age a goat feed which contains a coccistat for helping to prevent coccidia in young goats. Once goats are over 6 months of age, they basically develop an immunity to coccidia, and it's very unlikely that an overload of coccidia in their gut would cause any serious issues, whereas in kids and in young animals, it can be absolutely life-threatening. These are actually a variety called Winter Luxury. It's a type of pie pumpkin, and they're really beautiful, but for some reason, almost all of them got these little, these little holes in them. I'm not sure what causes that. It's like a deformity of them, and it was only in these ones that it happened. So most of these, like I said, are animal food. So Ellie's gonna hold on to the pumpkin in her wagon. We're gonna go give it to the boys, And we're gonna say bye to the girls for now. Bye, girls. See you later. Savvy, who you may have seen in some previous videos. Savvy is a rescue. She's been with me for like 8 years now. And she's our old girl right now. You gonna come, Savvy? See the box? Hold on to that pumpkin, Ellie. And there's our chicken coop. Wood stove right there. And the wood shed. Burn barrel. There's that side of the dough pen we were just in. We're coming up to the buck pen over here. Most of the chickens will say hello. So we are at the buck pen, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this piece of pumpkin that's left over to the bucks. Okay, let's give it to the buckies. Are you ready? First, Elle, before we give it to them, let's pick up these couple seeds that you dropped. Yep, so you don't eat them. Would you like me to open your gate? Here, I'll let you out, okay? There you are, Your Majesty, to see the stinky boys. And Rue has come along, so she goes, pumpkin! Hi, boys. Hey, stinkies. Just gonna drop it down. Whoa, oh no, it tipped over. Shoot, now I'm gonna have to go in. Bye, Bucky boys. What do you have? A leaf? Thank you. Bye, Templeton. Sweetie boy. You stink, but you're sweet. And you just stink, but you're pretty nice too, actually. Oh, you little rascal. I see you found a piece of pumpkin after all. Savvy, here. Oh, yummy, Savvy. It's windy here on the farm, as it often is, and it looks like the duck door got shut on their duck house. Duck house is right next to the buck pen. So I'm just gonna open it. And we raise Muscovies. I've mentioned a lot in previous videos why we raise them, why we love them. They're awesome, but I'll certainly be doing some other videos on it in the future. So this is part of our flock. A lot of these birds, the young birds will be for meat, though there's a couple breeding stock birds in there. This pretty, what you might think of white, is actually a buff drake. And then the lilac pied, this pretty girl here, is a breeding hen. And they came from a friend of mine in Greenville who breeds Muscovies. This is one of our hens. This is a mom to the juveniles that are here. You can see Savvy can't quite resist hurting them. Ellie, you're being good. I'm gonna just take this stake, fence post, stick it back in the ground, hope it stays. I will link the video down below if you missed it, of how we converted this old corn crib into a duck house. Behind me are the remnants of our raised bed garden, which did really well over the summer season, though at this point where we're at now, it is early October, first week of October. Most things are dead, and that's okay. I'm ready to rest. The garden was magical, but really busy and a lot of work, and part of me is glad to say goodbye to it. So I'll just show you real quick how that's looking, and then take Ellie inside. What has Ellie found already? She's found some cherry tomatoes that dropped off. Yes, those are tomatoes, but they're not ripe, Ellie. Did you pull them off, or did they just fall down? Those are blueberries from Wild Boar Farms. These are some radishes that I let go to seed, which these ones I don't think I'll get seeds off of. Don't eat those, Ellie. Here we have this crazy marigold. This is a Jolly Jester, which is still kicking. Marigolds are not as frost tender as other things. You can see it's really quite a large plant. However, all my marigolds were super late to bloom. I'm not sure why that is, but they were. And they were not as much of a use as far as being a pest deterrent as I would have hoped. I've pulled out some pepper plants. Here's some more radishes that have taken forever to go to seed. So this is one of the few I left in this bed. You can see this Tabasco plant here, which honestly I'll never grow again because, I mean, look how small the peppers are. It's just silly. I don't know. I wanted to try them. And then we have, this is, I think, some kind of habanero. I'm not sure at this point. Some more cherry tomatoes. This, oh my gosh, this is so sad. I've just given up on everything. Like I said, it's the end of the season. At least picking more cherries. You can see these blueberries are so crazy prolific. They're still going. Don't eat it. Even with the frost that we've had, several frosts, very mild frost. I don't know, they haven't died. A lot of my tomato plants have totally died off, but these guys are still going, still producing. They've been so prolific. I will grow them every year. However, I will plant a lot less of them this year. And I backed up against one of my beds and just got a cherry tomato on my shoe. And you can see, you know, the zinnias here. Some are blooming. All these tomatoes that, again, have to be cleaned out. Most of it's dead. Looks crazy. There's still some fruit on here ripening, though at this point I won't really do much of anything with it. I'll pull it out. These white squash, which got frost and looks like they can't handle it, but I had so many of them, I just let them go. And peppers in here, more zinnias. We've got to get this cleaned up before winter. It just hasn't been a priority. And more peppers and tomatoes over here, and beans, which I've been waiting to dry the pods. These are my favorite dragon tongue bush beans, which I will always grow. Like the blueberries, cherry, they are so prolific. They produce a crazy amount, and they're just delicious. Pretty little zinnia, barely hanging on, but still there. And you can see all these zinnias going to seed. I don't know if I'll harvest them. Here's a little variegated nasturtium, which they like died off totally and then came back after the heat of summer was really waning, and they're just pretty. I'd like to plant more of them, and now I know they, you know, more their requirements as far as light, so I think I'll be better at planting them next year. You can see all these zinnias going to seed, marigolds. These are just a beautiful, more classic colored marigold. More zinnias. Gotta get Ellie Victoria, I see you trying to munch. Need to get the sprinklers and things in, clean up bird houses and a few decor items, and pull all this down, which will be not fun. Hey, this bed around our deck, which I've again mentioned in previous videos, is a strawberry bed, or was, planted by the previous owners. The strawberries just didn't produce good when we moved in compared to the other strawberries that were here, and I just didn't like them here, so I am going to tear these up. I had torn up this part of the bed this year just as a test and grew lettuce and kale. Lettuce all went to seed, and I did save the seeds. However, I left this wacky feathered frills kale, which you can see here, which I probably should just pull them out because they just grew so long, they're getting bitter and all that. Though this one probably isn't because it came later in the season, it popped up. So let's see. Yeah, see, that one's not bitter, but the other ones definitely are no good. Well guys, I'm glad I got a chance to take you around and show you a few things, give you another update on what's been going on. And again, sorry that I disappeared from YouTube. Oh, by the way, if you like this video, if you're interested in more homesteading content, especially in relation to showing registered Nigerian dwarfs or just dairy goats in general, and interested in holistic care for goats, for poultry, for your family, Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you and know what it is that you're interested in seeing and what you liked about my videos. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice. You are right in the way with that little goat booty bird. And remember that no, don't eat that.